He opened his mouth, and the first words I heard: "You're going to die, and I'll be there when it happens." The isolation ward was dimly lit. Flickering fluorescent lights cast jagged shadows across the cracked linoleum floor. The air smelled of disinfectant, and something metallic. The patient sat on the floor, knees to chest, hair falling over his face like a curtain. He didn't move. He didn't breathe noticeably. File said, "Patient refuses to speak. Silent for 3 months." Dr. Hale stepped forward and said, "Dr. Hale, I'll be evaluating you today." Then, barely audible, "You died. I was there." The words landed like a stone in the chest. Cold. Certain. Final. Hale demanded clarification. His voice shook, betraying the calm he tried to maintain. The patient lifted his head slowly, eyes calm, too calm, like he had been waiting for this. "Your last words were, 'Somebody help me.'" Hale laughed nervously. "Impossible." "I held your hand," the patient murmured. "You smell the same." The room felt smaller. The lights buzzed above, oppressive. The patient's gaze held him like inevitability itself. Hale reviewed security footage from yesterday. Everything seemed normal. Then, a 2-second burst of static. When the image cleared, he saw himself lying on the floor, still, blood pooling beneath his cheek. Then, snap, everything returned to normal. Empty office. Rewinding showed only the empty room. The impossible had already happened, then vanished. Next session, the patient spoke before Hale even sat. "Something interfered. Something kept you alive this time." Hale laughed shakily. "You mean, wrong reality?" "No. You're in the leftover one. You were supposed to die. That's why the air feels heavy. Why breathing sometimes hurts. Why the walls hum at night." Hale remembered the hum. Low, mechanical, buried deep in the walls. At home, Hale tried to calm himself. A photo on the fridge. Him with a sister. But he doesn't have a sister. He called his mother. She insisted. "You do have a sister, Hale. Emily, Chicago." "Mom, I'm an only child." "Honey, your brain injury acting up again?" "Brain injury? I never had one." Back at the ward, the patient panicked. He slammed walls, teeth chattering. "They're coming to finish your death." Hale demanded. "Who?" Patient whispered. "The ones who fix mistakes. The ones who hate leftovers." Lights flickered. Something heavy moved in the vent above. Slow, deliberate. Metal creaked. "Don't let them touch you. You'll remember everything." Hale locked himself in the monitoring room. Hum inside walls grew deafening. On his desk, folder. Labeled. Deceased staff, Hale, Michael. Inside. Death certificate. Photo. Cause of death. Massive cranial trauma. Date. Tomorrow. At the bottom, bloody handprint. Hale matched it with his own hand. Perfect. Lights cut out. A shape dropped from the vent. Not human. Not animal. A blurred shadow, almost alive. Whispered in Hale's voice. Come back. He collapsed. Memory flooded. Fall. Blood. Panic. The patient holding his hand, trying to save him. World split. One version he dies. One he survives. He is the leftover. The glitch. Shadow leaned close. You don't belong here. Security footage cuts in. Hale stands in office, talking to someone unseen. Laughing. Screaming. Begging. Then collapses. Like struck by invisible force. Doctors rush in. Pronounced dead. 3:11 a.m. Next clip. Patient. Calm. Smiling. Whispering. Fixed.